Welcome to Soul Chats with Psychic Medium Dani Joe. I'm super excited to have a special guest tonight. Tonight we have Shelby from Lund Valley Farm, and I'm excited to talk to you tonight.
I'm
Thanks
excited.
for joining me.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, this technology thing has been just such a challenge, so I'm glad it was working well for you tonight. But Shelby, so on my podcast, what we talk about really is kind of like our spiritual journey, but I want to talk about what you do for a living and your goats, and this stuff is just so fun and exciting. And we've had so many of your products in the store that we absolutely love. And so tell us who you are and what you do right now.
Okay. Well, I'm Shelby Lund with Lund Valley Farm, and I raise goats, I breed them, I milk them, and I use the milk in my soap that makes the best goat soap around. It's so good for your skin, and from there, I kind of branched out to other skin products, and it's just 100% natural. So it's so good to bring these products that are handmade on my farm to everyone to enjoy. And so that's really what I've been working on here for the last 5 years. Just really building the Lund Valley Farm business up and focusing on trying to get back more to our roots of how it's more natural and good for our soul and our body. Our skin is one of our biggest organs, and so we just need to feed it with the best things possible. You really should not put anything on your skin that you cannot put in your mouth. So,
Wow, isn't that crazy? That's something to think about.
yes. Yeah. So it's been what a journey it has been learning. In fact, I believe I was just thinking about that today in our session. Um, because I had a session with you a couple years ago when I was in real estate, and I was just like, help me. I'm like, I don't know if I'm on the right place of where I should be in my life with my real estate, my journey with that. And we had a long conversation on that. And you kind of helped guide me to say, Shelby, you really have to follow your heart and do what makes you happy. And I just feel for you that you're on this path to continue with this Lund Valley Farm and build your products and everything. And right then I'm like, yeah, I think I am. And that's when I stopped doing real estate and continued and built this Lund Valley Farm. And I tell you what, it just keeps growing. And so it's been a huge blessing for me.
I love
So
that. I love that. And thank you for sharing that story. I usually ask people, what do you remember about the first time we met? So that was probably our first session together, I'm assuming.
yeah, it was definitely, we've had a few, but I definitely believe it was either the first or the second.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
So I just have some questions that other people will probably have too. And just know that if you're watching, you're welcome to type in comments or questions in the chat there. But tell me how many goats you have.
Well, right now it kind of varies because when I have the babies and I have more, and then I sell them. But right now I believe I have 14. And so one I'm milking, and she's a La Mancha goat. The rest are Nigerian dwarfs. And I have 2 bucks and the rest are does. And so that's what I have for goats.
How fun. So I want to just add this little story to just kind of confirm what you said about if it can't go in your mouth, it shouldn't go on your skin. So Alberto Violdo is a teacher and shaman and author. And most of you have probably heard books about books from him. But anyway, I was reading I went to his speech in Florida at the Hay House Convention. or his talk, and he said that a friend of his had just given birth to a baby, and they tested the cord blood for toxins. And this brand new baby had 132 toxins in it already from the mother. And that just goes to show you, right? Everything. Even he says he does reverse osmosis water, because when you shower, you're absorbing everything from your water into your skin.
Yep. Yep.
Yes. Crazy.
I know, exactly. It definitely, and with our rising, I don't know if it's just that we're more aware of it or there's more tests being done, but it just seems like cancer, everyone is just, everywhere I turn, and people are saying, yeah, I got cancer, or my friends got cancer. And, it just, there again, I think we just need to get back to our roots and eat healthy and make sure the products we use are legit and homemade and not full of chemicals and pesticides and all that kind of garbage, and just try to really get to our roots. And that's why I really research, and a lot of trial and error on my part, trying to find the how and what I wanted to give to my customers. And so I really am very proud of what I have now, and and I'm still growing. I still have so many things I want to provide everyone with. It just takes time.
Yeah, because you're a small operation, right? You have to do most of it yourself.
Well, yeah, and I'm a mother of two and a wife, and have this farm and how many animals. It's not just the goats. I love animals, so
That's awesome. So before we talk about your products and where, what kind of products and where people can get them, let's talk a little bit about like spirituality. Were you always open to spirituality, or when did that really kind of come into play for you?
I always have been open. I think as I got older, though, it came more about, and I became more curious of trying to find a path of where I felt is for me, um, and where my spirit, and I felt more like when I started feeling spirit guides and my guides guiding me. And I have to really say, I guess it came to a friend too with the Reiki. I have a good girlfriend that is a Reiki master, and she really had opened up my eyes. And that was just before I met you, not too long before, where I really started getting into the Reiki and feeling that power. And once I opened myself up and really started exploring that, I could just feel the universe really connecting with me. I was able to feel things more, experience things more. Um, really help. Really felt like guidance of the direction I needed to go, and help. And so that really, I feel, has happened in probably the last 5 to 8 years. Before then, I kind of was a little bit, knew something was coming, and where I needed to kind of focus it on was, I was kind of lost there.
Yeah.
And so, I think here in the last 5 to 8 years is really where I started, okay, my spirit guides, my guides, there's more out there. And I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally does. So when you were kind of connecting and making those, I guess leaps and bounds in like recognizing there was more, did you do a lot of reading, or was it just meditating, or what did you find that you enjoyed for knowledge?
A little bit of everything, I feel. I was experimenting with different things, my pendulum and, and cards, and then with people and sharing experiences, and definitely read a lot. Um, but I feel it was also the connections with people and just feeling like oh, the love, and that there was just more out there.
Yeah.
Once I connected to my universe and to my surroundings and brought it all together, I feel like it was a whole new world opened up.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, do you teach your kids a little bit about like meditating and?
Absolutely. Yep. Yep. They get sidetracked pretty quickly. They're 10 and 12. And when I first started, they were 8 and probably 8 and 10. And so, but no, we talk about it a lot. And they definitely, I hear them, talking, and, my one son is very in tuned. And so that's fun to see. But yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Cool. So, does your husband also work on the farm, or does he?
He does, and as much as I'm pretty much more focused on the farm and everything around here. I mean, he does absolutely help. He's my builder. So pretty much I need this barn built. He goes and does it. This is how I want it done. He does it.
That's awesome.
And he doesn't mess around with the animals as much, but he's definitely my builder. And so
Fun.
Joanne, that's he I tell him what to do and I design everything.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So, we've had your products in the store at Sacred Soul, and some of you watching have probably had some of those products or tried them. Fabulous. I remember the first time I had some of the goat's milk soap. I was so impressed by how nourishing it was for the skin and how gentle it was. And I think the first thing that I tried was a unscented chapstick, and I loved that thing. I was rubbing it on my cuticles and my elbows and my mouth and my whatever, my dog's dry nose. Impressive. So
Yep.
impressive.
Yeah, and I get the best compliments. I tell you what, I just had the park festival down in Spearfish, and the return customers that just everyone loves to let me know how the product is affecting them and that they just love it. And so it's just so fun to hear that, and it just energizes me to keep going.
Yes. And I love that you have the unscented or whatnot products, but also, stuff with herbs and oils and whatnot. And so how hard is that to try to find your balance of like, how much do you add? Is it a pretty easy trial and error for you?
The soaps?
Yeah.
No. Well, when I first started, no. I mean, it was definitely a lot of messed up soaps, a lot of anxiety. Did I do it right? That was a really self-taught. No one taught me. I actually met with a lady that she's also a soap maker, and she had someone that showed her how to do it and guided her and stuff. And I was like, well, that's a blessing, because I really self-taught myself and did the research and tried to figure it out. And it was a lot of anxiety because messing with the lye and everything. I mean, the way I make my soap is very traditional, very old. It's hundreds and hundreds of years old, back to the Egyptians when they made soaps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's, so anyway, yeah, a lot of soap and products waste with me just trying to get it right. And so, but I think with that, I definitely got my recipe down. I mean, even now though, still, if we do a little, it's amazing that just like 0.07 ounces of something can just mess up your whole batch.
Mm.
Scale goes off, if the batteries start going bad and the
Right.
scale off a little bit, that ruins my whole batch. And so it's very precise, and that's something I didn't know I'd ever get into, is this chemistry and making this. If I was back in my early 20s and said, are you going to be doing this one day, I'd be like, heck no. But here I am. And but no, and it is quite the process to make the soap. A lot of love does go into it, and that's where I do try to explain to everyone, it's not just go into the shop for a couple hours and the soap is made. And I have to milk my goats, then I freeze the milk to each batch I need to make it with. Then I mix the goat milk, the frozen goat milk, with the lye to preserve all the vitamins in the milk, because it does get very hot. So, and then once that's at the right temperature, the right consistency, that I add in my oils. And the oils have to be at the right temperature as well. I mean, if they're off 5 degrees, my bar is completely different than this bar. And so, and then I add in the oils, I put them, so once everything's mixed together, I put it into a 5-pound mold, where it needs to sit in this 5-pound mold for about 4 to 5 days. Then I'll take it out of the 5-pound mold, cut it into the bars, and then it needs to sit on the shelf for about 4 to 6 weeks before it's really ready for people to use.
Wow.
So it's a very time-consuming thing. And actually, if you allow it to sit on the shelf even longer, the longer it sits and cures, it could sit there for a year or two, the longer it lasts in the shower for the customer.
Good to know. That's interesting. Yeah. So I have to say, one of my absolute favorite product is you started making face moisturizers with tallow. Yeah. Do you have it right there? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. I get the best compliments on this. It helps so many of my customers with their psoriasis, eczema, acne, really any kind of skin issues. Tallow is, and that was just kind of, thing to my guides, because I think they were telling me, Shelby, I ran across this one day and it was just like, you need to start making tallow. And so I really researched that and found the kind of tallow I really wanted to use. I actually have a farmer that supplies it. They render it and everything for me. So then I buy it from them, and I add in my other oils and essential oils, or my tamanu oil to my tallow to make it so much more beneficial for the customer. So, but if you Google tallow for your skin, the list is so long for the benefits. It helps build our collagen back into our skin. If you get a cut, it helps heal it faster. It helps with skin issues, like I said, psoriasis, eczema, or acne. And it's 100% natural. It's a fat, so our skin already naturally recognizes it. So it goes down to the deepest cells and layer of our skin to give it its nutrients and vitamins. I use this twice a day, and I cannot live without it anymore. It's a fabulous product. Mm-hmm. And then my goat soap, I do have that here too.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I use for my face wash as well. I use it all over my body, but this is the only thing I use for my face wash, because goat soap is the closest in pH balance to our own human skin. And so this, I know exactly what I put into it, what's going on my skin, and it's gentle, but it still cleanses well. And this is also very well and known for helping people with their skin issues, eczema, psoriasis, acne again. So it's just My morning routine is wash with my goat soap and put on my tallow.
Nice. Tell us what other products you have.
Well, I have, which everyone loves as well, my oatmeal honey lotion. So I saw this in an 8 and a 4 ounce, and it's just like whipped butter. I mean, it's just so good. In fact, this weekend at the Spearfish Park Festival, I had a lady come in, and she's like, "Oh," she goes, I'm so glad you were here. I was hoping you'd be here because I needed to get some more of your oatmeal honey lotions. It's the only thing that helps with my psoriasis."
Oh,
So this is amazing as well, and it just feels so good. It's just my body lotion that you can put all over ya. And then my lotion bars, which just have a few ingredients in it: cocoa butter, beeswax, coconut oil, raspberry seed oil, which I do put in a lot of my products because it's an amazing oil, vitamin E oil. But this is fantastic for when in the winter when you get those cracked cuticles and stuff, like now, and then also your feet. I love it for my feet. So I just keep this by my bed at night, and then I put this on my feet before I go to bed. But this is a fabulous too. My farrier that does my horses, we sometimes exchange services because he just loves this.
that's awesome.
And then also, I have a jasmine and frankincense body oils. And so you can use these on your hair, your face, or your whole body. I like to add it, or when I get out of the shower, to put it on my body for moisturizer. And it smells so good. And then everyone knows, well, pretty much everyone knows the benefits of frankincense, how it's just amazing. My stepmom, who has severe joint pain, she puts this frankincense oil on her joints where she's having pain, and it really helps her.
Nice.
So yeah, that's amazing too for that. And then this is kind of one of my newer products. I have beard oils. I was asked by a neighbor to make some beard oils for her husband and stuff, and I thought that sounds like fun. So actually, my niece helped me design the label for them, and we have a emu cedarwood and a tamanu.
Beautiful.
So,
That's awesome.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about tamanu because a lot of people in our area just do not know about it. Do you know about it?
I don't.
Okay. Tamanu is a nut off of a tree. It's got a lot of great benefits. One is hair growth, and it helps. So that's why I put it in for the beard oil, but it helps smooth out the beard. But I also use it in my tallow as well. So I have a tamanu tallow for your face because it has natural sun protectant properties along with anti-inflammatory properties. So it's very good for your skin, and you can just really use as much as you want on your body because it's just a fabulous oil.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's a lot of fun. And then my lip balm, which I must have left that upstairs because I don't see it here. But my lip balm's the best.
Yes. What do you only make the unscented lip balm, or do you ever make scented?
I've only made the unscented. It's naturally scented with the cocoa butter.
Yep.
And I just love that. I haven't ventured out into, 'cause I thought of making a peppermint lip balm and stuff like that, but I just haven't gotten there yet. Like I said, there's so many things I want to make. And yeah.
It's time consuming. What'd you say? Yeah. What I know that we have tried several varieties of your soap, and they always are very popular. We've never had any that haven't sold all the way through. But what is the most popular soap scent?
Well, it was lilac. Lilac sure was and it smells just like a lilac bush. I nailed it. It's very good. And then, but though I just came out with a vanilla sandalwood, and that's
Mm,
a popular one at the market this last weekend. I sold out of it twice and had to go home and get more. So it was definitely the most popular one.
that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I gotta, yeah. So I switch my soaps out every now and then to not be boring. And so everyone can get new stuff every now and then. But I still have the core soaps like the oatmeal honey lotion or the oatmeal honey soap as well. Um, amber lavender, the lavender, cranberry pomegranate people love. That's a
Mhm.
But for fall coming up, I have the pumpkin sandalwood, which I love. And then the apple bourbon's my husband's favorite.
Nice.
So I got a lot of them.
Very cool. So I know that you have been putting your products in different retail locations, or you have several accounts, maybe, I guess I would say. Um, so if people are out there looking for your products, where are they going to find them?
Good Earth, Wild Rose, the Art Nest, Bee's Knees, the Copper Door. I think that's about it. And Spearfish. I've been asked to be in Rapid in a couple stores, and I just haven't. I need to do that and get around more, and just I think I need to take a day where I just go around the hills and just drop stuff to a bunch of other places.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah,
Well, that's awesome. I'll look forward to seeing you in new locations.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. And we've had your stuff in, and we'll continue to work with you. We love having Lund Valley Farm stuff in. And actually, we probably need to get some before too much longer. This move has been a little challenging for us, but I know we are probably about out of soap. So I'm sure we'll be touching base with you there. And I would love to get some more tallow in. That I was also surprised. You probably remember my hesitation in getting some of the body oils when you first brought some in, and I wasn't sure how they would do, but they sell out every time we have them, and everything we've ever had of yours has sold out. So just great products, totally great products, and you put a lot of love into it.
I do, yeah, absolutely. A lot of pride.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think I have to ask you this: do you have fainting goats?
No, I did. I had one.
You did?
I did, and I don't. Unfortunately, a mountain lion got it. So
Oh,
yeah. Well, and did you know that's what they're kind of bred for? They're actually bred to faint so that the predator gets them, so it leaves the rest of the herd alone. So
poor little things. Oh my God.
I know. So yeah,
Well, I guess there's that.
yeah. But my Nigerians are fantastic. They're great. They're just like, I whenever I come outside, they all just come running. They just are like dogs. They just want to be with you. They want to be petted. They want love. And
Oh,
yeah, they're so fun. Anyone that's like goats, no, it's like, what? They're awesome.
they are so cute. You'll have to send me a picture of you with the goats so that we can post that on the Facebook page and share your info. But I I absolutely love having you here tonight. Karen just asked, is the screaming goats a true thing?
Uh, you know, I have heard them scream a little bit. The bucks when they go into heat, yeah. And then the females when they go, yeah, yeah. They make a lot of noise. Because I
Well,
keep separate. So the boys are over here, and then the girls are over here. And yeah, they definitely want to get together. And then there is some screaming going on.
That's funny. Karen is the one to ask that. I just love it. Well, anything else you want to add, Shelby? Anything else you want to tell anybody about your work or?
You know, I just have to tell my customers and everyone that supports me, thank you so much, because it's amazing and I'm doing my dream. So it's awesome.
Well,
So
yes, I just want to say I'm proud of you for following your heart, because so many people struggle with taking that leap of faith. You know, they know what's stable and secure, so they hold on to that because it is stable and secure. And look at all the great things you've done.
yep. Yep. Keep dreaming.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I absolutely loved my time with you. It's been too long for sure. And I'll be in touch soon about some products, but visit those other retailers if you're watching and pick up some Lund Valley Farm soap or products. And if you have any questions, reach out to Shelby at Lund Valley Farm Facebook page and .com.
Yeah. So, and thank you for having me. It was sure a pleasure. I really enjoy this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We will have to get together again sometime soon.
I hope so. Well, have a good night.
You too, Shelby. Thank you.
Bye.